If you have leaves and other debris on it, you're going to brush it all off. Now for the pins, what I do is I take a drill bit, then I'll flip it upside down. The back end of the bit fits perfectly in those pins. Now it depends on which pool I'm doing. Most pins I will take them all out at opening, just so I can clean all the grit and dirt and sand and everything out of it. Some pools I'll screw them straight down. The bar that you get with it, you can also use that. But I find with the drill, I don't have to worry about the bar too much. I either take the pin off or I put the pin down. After you removed all the pins or put them down, we're going to add some algicide to the top of the cover. What I do is I'll take some concentrated algicide and I'll mix it in a bucket of water because it's pretty potent stuff. Because it's just for scrubbing the top of the cover. Once you've mixed it up, you just throw it on the cover. Now you can start brushing the cover to clean it. The reason why I take all the pins out is that it lowers the safety cover. So it's touching the water. I can use the water and algicide to clean the cover very well. As I'm going around, I stand on the cover so I'm not pushing it in. Next is folding up the safety cover. Now you can do this by yourself. I do most pools by myself anyway. So you just keep on pulling one side, pull to the other side, and you just fold it. It's a lot easier with two because you have one person on each side and just pull and fold like an accordion. You just fold it in half and then you roll it up like a tent. And then I just pour some algicide on it and you store it in a bin so no critters get to it. Now if your pool looks like this, don't panic. Follow my steps and I guarantee you 3 days, 4 days, around that, it'll be crystal clear. Take the winter plugs off all the jets. Now when that bubble went up like that, it's a good sign, but there should have been more bubbles than that. And then you'll feel it, the suction. When you're trying to take this off, you'll feel it pulling in. So you know the water's going in. Well, that's better. So it must have been way in there. Next, skimmer. Now that's called a Gizzmo. That's the wrong one. This Gizzmo here, it's shorter. I'll take it out here. You might not have a Gizzmo. This one here just has one drain in. You might have two. So usually the back one is plugged off, or unless it goes to the main drain, usually it's just in the front. So this Gizzmo here, it's meant for shorter skimmers, like above ground pool skimmers. It's not meant for the in-ground. It's way too deep. You need the one that's twice as tall as this one. If this skimmer looks different than yours, just send me a comment and I'll help you out. Put a filter saver around your skimmer basket and then put it back in. It really helps if you have pine needles. Because there's so many different types of pools out there, different pumps, different filters, there's different setups, different plumbing. So if you have any questions about your equipment, send me a comment. I'll send you an email link, send me a couple pictures, and we'll figure it out. But right now, I'm going to show you how to get it like this. 3 days or 4. Get all leaves, debris, everything out of the pool. Just scoop, scoop, scoop. You want to get all the organics out of the water. Next, brush every inch of the pool. Just brush, 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 brush. Next is shocking the pool. Now if your water's really, really cold, use liquid chlorine. So you just throw it in there. Prime your pump and start it. Not bad for 24 hours. Filtration. You gotta clean the skimmer all the time. I'm gonna change that filter sock again, and we're gonna scoop these leaves up and then come back here tomorrow to do the back. Scoop the leaves all up and brush over again. Clean the skimmer out and replace it with another filter saver. Make sure to do a backwash. We're going to shock the pool again. And we're going to brush it again to make sure that that shock's not sitting on the liner. Not bad for second day. Before you put any other chemicals in, the most important thing to get your water clear fast is going to be clean your basket out all the time. Put filter socks on your skimmer basket. Just brush for as long as you can, as much as you can. Get all the leaves and debris out of the pool. You don't want that in there, it'll just stay green. Filtering is the number one thing. If you have old sand in the sand filter, it's just not going to filter properly. Same as your cartridge filters. If you have old filters, they're just not going to do the job. If you have newer filters and if you have newer sand, you don't have to put any other chemicals in besides the shock over the 3 days. On the third day, that's when I'll test the water. Clean your basket out again and replace it with another filter sock. Once the summer gets going, you probably just have to use maybe once a month. Lots of stuff. Do another backwash on the sand filter. If you have cartridge filters, clean those. You can now vacuum the pool. It depends on how bad it is. You put it on waste or you can just put it right through the filter. As you can see, there's not too much. So we're just going to put it on the normal filter. Sometimes there's going to be some algae that just won't be vacuumed up. So you're going to have to go back and brush it all up. Time to test and balance your water. We got 7.2 for pH and we got like 60 for alkalinity. So we're going to have to raise that up. I'm just going to raise the alkalinity up, so I'm going to put it probably about 7 kg in this pool. This has a salt system too, so we're going to test the salt. So it's at 3,000 parts per million. So it should be around 35, 36. So we can add 1 bag of salt in here. But we're going to shock this one more time, just a little bit. We're not going to put too much because it's not green. So we're going to shock it a little bit. So we want parts per million about between 1 and 3. Right now it's probably 0. Once we throw everything all in, a couple hours later, I'm just going to put the flock in. So for tomorrow, I'm going to have to vacuum it on waste, so add some water. Before we put the chemical in, make sure you backwash it again. Now I do have a video coming out on this particular pool over the 3 days. We also have a video coming up with just putting all the pool equipment together. Like I said earlier, there's so many different pumps, so many different filters. I just put one video in a whole bunch of different pools, but just the equipment. If you have any questions whatsoever, send me a comment. If you think this video helped you out, make sure you hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. It helps keep this channel going. Thanks for watching.